Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. It's an episode here on Ballin Builds, and in this episode we're going to be going a little bit out of our bounds into the woodworking shop where we're going to be trying to make some custom cornhole boards. Alright, so to start off, we're going to go ahead and take these 2x4s right here, and we're going to cut them down and start making the base, or the frame, basically, for the cornhole board. It's kind of hard to explain. We're going to be doing some fancy 45-degree cuts and stuff like that. You don't have to do it this way if you're following along, but this is the way I'm going to do it because why not? Alright, so we were using this chop saw right here, but then it started rolling smoke like a diesel, so instead we're going to be jumping over to the good old skill saw and cut it with that. So we should be good to make the same 45-degree cuts. It should just be a lot easier. Alright, so now that we got all the wood cut, we're going to go ahead and start assembling it. To assemble it, we're just going to be using some 2.5-inch long brad nails. So now we're going to go ahead and measure off 20 so we can add a center brace. We're just going to use a speed square to get our lines nice and straight so that way it's not twisted at all, and then we'll tack it into place. Alright, so we got this frame basically framed up for the cornhole board. We have our center support right there. I don't know if we really needed it, probably not, definitely not, but we went ahead and added it anyways. So now we're going to go ahead, come over to this big piece of plywood, and we're going to mark a 2-foot strip by a 4-foot strip, skill saw it off, and then tack it onto that thing right there. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and take this drill with the 1/8-inch drill bit and start making some pilot holes for the 3-inch drywall screws to help strengthen this thing up a little bit. Well, to be honest, this board kind of looks like a piece of crap, but we're going to go ahead and see if we can make another one to match it. And now we're going to try to see if we can actually measure and mark out the hole roughly where it goes. I think it's a 6-inch hole, but I have no idea, so let's go ahead and let's figure it out. Let's mark it. For cutting it, we'll just use this jigsaw, but we still need to find something to actually trace a complete circle so that way I cut it somewhat even. Dude, what's that? That looks about 6 inches if I've ever seen it. So the official size is supposed to be 6 inches for the hole, but I'm actually going to be making it a 6 1/4 because nobody will ever know. Okay, so we have this hole made and this one, so pretty much we're done for today because I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll catch you guys in the morning. Alright, so it's the next day and we're gonna go ahead and start off by trying to fix this sharp looking edge that also looks like crap because some of us don't know how to measure, I guess. So to do that, we're gonna be using this router right here. So for any of you wondering how a router works, it's pretty much a drill that spins really, really fast.
And depending on what bit you actually have in it, it'll determine the shape of whatever you're trying to cut.
You can use it to flatten out flat edges and give them a little bit of curve.
I do recommend wearing a mask though. We went ahead and started smoothing it out with some 60 grit as well. After routering both boards, we're going to go ahead and start using some spot putty to start filling in some of the little holes.
Alright, so we got them both puttied up. We're going to go ahead and let it dry, and then we can get to painting on the cool decal type things and adding legs. I keep forgetting about the legs. We definitely need to add legs.
So I decided while we're waiting for the spot putty to dry, we're going to go ahead and start building the legs for the cornhole board. The last step to finishing these legs is driving in these 4.5-inch long bolts.
Alright, so went ahead and we pulled them outside, so now we're going to go ahead and start doing the fun part, which is drawing on the logos. Alright guys, so I don't know about you, but I think this one's looking pretty sweet. But now we got to go ahead and do the exact same thing to this one. And just like that, we got them both done. So now we're going to go ahead and get to painting and varnishing them.
So after we finished painting it, we went ahead and took an eraser and erased all of the pencil marks from the sketch underneath, and now we're going to go ahead and start staining.
Alright, so now that we got some bags and the board's done, I just gotta find some friends to play with. This might be the hardest part.